Right now, multiple people in custody in connection with a deadly shooting on the city's east side, what law enforcement officials are saying. Plus, before becoming the Republican vice presidential nominee, J.D. Vance was already a well-known name at UW-Madison. We take a look at how his book was used in some professors' curriculums. And concerts on the square back tonight. Another performance live from the Capitol Square will tell you what you can expect. It's all ahead on News 3 Now at 6. Well, good evening. We begin with continuing coverage of the shooting death of Kaisha Miller at the Harmony Apartments last year. Right now, 4 people are in custody in connection with the incident. Earlier this week, Donovan Douglas was arrested. Now, Javian White, Reginald Sexton, and Wilson Clark are all facing intentional homicide and attempted homicide charges in Miller's death. Our Braden Ross live at the Harmony Apartments right now in Madison with more on what Madison police are sharing at this time. Braden?
Hi, Eric. Yeah, right behind me here, that is where police collected more than 50 shell casings after that shooting of Kaisha Miller back in October. And there's actually still a makeshift memorial there that has been there for 9 months now. But finally today, police told us they have taken a big step towards getting justice for Kaisha and her family. Now, 4 men in their early 20s are in custody today on homicide charges related to this case. Police say they pulled up in a stolen car, hopped out, and started shooting at a group of teens that included Miller. They said today they're still looking for a 5th person they think could have been involved.
We will continue to investigate this case until every person who was involved, no matter the size or scope, is prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law.
Wait, how do you...
What?
Grant was also taken by gun violence in almost the exact same spot. Now, I actually just ran into Devon's mom, Alicia. I've been in touch with her since that shooting all the way back last July, about a year ago now. And she told me that, you know, a lot of the police presence has been increased since there, and they have felt a little bit safer here, but they're still looking for a lot of those resources that they had been asking for since both of these shootings happened almost a year ago now. But we'll keep you updated as more comes of this case and as this case now works its way through the court system. For now, reporting live in Madison, Braden Ross, News 3 Now.
Braden, thank you. Sauk County Sheriff's Office continuing to search for a man accused of shooting at officers. Deputies say they're looking for this man, 32-year-old Jeffrey Miller. Last night around 11, a deputy attempted a traffic stop on a red minivan for a possible intoxicated driver. That van took off. A pursuit started. Miller later crashed that vehicle and then fired shots at deputies on scene. Sauk County investigators say 1 deputy suffered a minor injury. You can stay up to date on this developing story through the channel3000.com or by downloading the Channel 3000 mobile app. You can find it in your app store for free. Just search News 3 Now. Happening tonight, the big crowd is once again back at the Capitol. Concerts on the Square continues tonight. For more on tonight's performance, we go live to the Capitol Square where our morning team, Chris Stanford and Kyrion Lee, are eagerly awaiting.
Yeah, hey there, Eric. It's a special night down here on Concerts in the Square, not just because it's one of the best nights of the season in Madison, but also because, Kyrion, you're a first-timer here at Concerts on the Square.
I'm super excited. I feel right at home right now. The vibes are right, and the weather is perfect out here.
It's absolutely a picture-perfect night. After last season, which was, let's face it, quite awful, between the heat and the humidity, the smoke from the wildfires, all the reasons that they had to change plans and go to their Thursday dates. This has been just an absolutely perfect season so far, and only one more left after tonight. And the Capitol grounds, not in too bad a shape there, Kyrie.
No, a few little, puddles here and there, but it seems like everyone has been able to find the perfect spot. Blankets are everywhere, and there's still a little bit more room for you if you're not here yet.
Yeah, I better get down soon. Let's check in on the weather and see how it's going to be for the rest of the night. We've got just about the whole crew down here. Savannah Brito with your first warn forecast this morning. Savannah, a little bit of sunshine peeking out of the clouds.
I know. I would say I think we're seeing more blue or sunshine compared to the clouds we saw earlier. You know, we all got to work this morning and it was really cloudy.
Yeah.
We couldn't see any sunshine, but that's not a problem anymore, which we're thankful for. You said that, there was a lot of just heat and humidity last summer with the wildfire smoke. We're not dealing with any of that, luckily, anymore. Dew points are actually really comfortable. So when they're below 60 degrees, that's comfortable levels. And our dew point right now at the airport, 58. So actually dropping. We were higher this morning. There was a lot more moisture in the atmosphere with all the clouds sticking around. Now we're not seeing that. We're at 74 right now, and winds are still light, up to about 5 miles per hour. The airport reporting calm winds, though. Humidity only at 57%. Here's a look at your current temperatures. We're at 74 degrees in Madison, 76 in Waunakee, and 75 in Oregon. So temperatures all across southern Wisconsin also very similar. We'll actually see temperatures drop, though, through the evening, only going to be at 72 about 7 p.m., 9 p.m. 67. Temperatures are actually going to fall overnight all the way down into the upper 50s. So it will be comfortable. Get those windows open. We'll also talk more about storm chances when those are going to return to the forecast coming up a little later.
All right, Savannah, thank you. Today is the final day to register to vote online or by mail prior to the August 13th partisan primary. These races will be to determine which Republican candidate will run in the state's general election in November. To register to vote, don't forget to bring your photo ID and proof of residence. If you aren't able to register tonight, no worries. You can still do so on Election Day. J.D. Vance, a name that's big in headlines currently after he was announced last week as former President Trump's running mate. As he becomes more well-known for his politics now, his book was already popular across the UW-Madison campus before his political break. Our Merrill Hubbard takes us there to learn more about what his 2016 book addressed. Merrill?
Yeah, Eric, in my hand is Vance's Hillbilly Elegy, a memoir that describes his experience in Appalachia, Kentucky, and upbringing in Middletown, Ohio. His work delves into concepts such as poverty, addiction, and hillbilly culture. This book hit the shelves in 2016 and just 1 year later was picked up by the University of Wisconsin-Madison as the Go Big Read Book of the Year.
It's our job to help you mix it up.
2017. Donald Trump was just inaugurated president of the United States. The late Rebecca Blank was chancellor of UW, and Hillbilly Elegy was the book selected by the university to give to all the incoming freshmen.
Hillbilly Elegy is about poverty and about people who have lost hope. It's about the social, economic, and political forces that shape places like the Ohio steel town and the Appalachian community in Kentucky.
Hillbilly Elegy was the 2017 Go Big Read pick. It was incorporated into the curriculum of some professors and analyzed by academics and students alike. But here and now in 2024, a professor reviews his 2017 notes on Vance's book.
With the Republican vice presidential pick being J.D. Vance, I returned to the book, and it kind of prompted me to think about what I learned.
English professor Russ Castronovo participated in discussions with students and experts in political science, healthcare, and sociology. This is all for academic analysis of the book.
Describes poverty as a personal failing, right? As really a matter of laziness, and that it doesn't really understand that there are systemic forces at play.
Castronovo says the book oversimplifies poverty and addiction, where Vance draws conclusions on people and society based on his own lived experience.
He really kind of personalizes these issues and making it a matter of one's own responsibility, own agency, suggesting then, I think, in the book at various points that poor people lack agency.
He recalled some of his notes to add quotations to this claim.
Quote, the rhetoric of hard work conflicts with the reality on the ground, right? So that he's saying, well, we all talk about how hard work, but the people in rural America or in Appalachia, well, they talk about hard work, but they're not doing it.
For running for a position in office, Castronovo says some things about Vance's books and beliefs don't match up.
It's ironic that someone seeking a position in government wouldn't believe or would diminish the role that government has in helping people.
Like Professor Castronovo, some people are revisiting Vance's novel since J.D. Vance was announced as Trump's running mate. The UW libraries have seen a spike in people renting out Hillbilly Elegy.
Merrill, thank you. Senator Tammy Baldwin looking once again to lower the cost of prescription drugs for millions of Americans. The senator today introducing the Capping Prescription Costs Act. It would place annual caps on out-of-pocket costs for prescription drugs, building on the Inflation Reduction Act. Costs would be capped at $2,000 for individuals, $4,000 for families. Those new caps would only apply to Americans who have private health insurance. People fishing in Wisconsin will soon be able to carry guns. This after a rule banning them was rescinded by the state following a lawsuit brought by gun rights advocates. The challengers of the rule argued that it was overly broad and limited all firearms along waterways in the state, not just those that could be used to harvest a fish. Anglers will still be prohibited from using a firearm to shoot fish. Atwood Fest returns this weekend with 2 full days of music, food, beer, and fun with 3 stages and over 30 bands. There's something for everyone to enjoy. A decade of good vibes is this year's theme, and music programmer Rocker gives us just a few of the highlights happening on Madison's East Side.
Atwood Fest is going to kick it off this year with the Funky JBs doing a Clyde Stubblefield tribute on the Clyde Stubblefield stage is a big highlight. We also have VO5, everybody knows about them, and Steely Dan on Sunday.
Atwood Fest runs 12 to 10 Saturday, 12 to 7 on Sunday. Coming up, a shortage on a medical supply that could have a major impact on hospitals nationwide. Plus, the start of the school year already getting closer. What the National Retail Federation is predicting families will spend on those back-to-school supplies.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6. Brought to you by Gruber Law Offices.
From time to time, everyone can use a little help, especially after a serious accident. We'll take care of everything so you don't have to. Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
Let's do this. Introducing Chevy's best lineup of SUVs ever. The rugged, always-ready Trailblazer, the first ever Traverse Z71, and the Chevy Trax, starting at $21,495. When it's your time to shine, Chevy's got you.
Get 1.9% financing on select popular 2024 Chevy SUVs when you finance with GM Financial. Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in Wisconsin.
They don't clock out at 5 or care if it's the weekend. That means we keep working too.
So when Eric Hovde says that farmers don't work hard, that pisses me off.
Think of farming. Look at the old physical toil that it would take on your body. Now you're largely driving around a tractor.
A California banker criticizing Wisconsin farmers for not working hard? We know what that is.
Eric Hovde, what the hell's wrong with this guy?
I'm Tammy Baldwin, and I approve this message.
What's up? You need some windows?
Hey folks, you call the experts? Right now with Felco, get free installation and no interest for 5 years. Call now.
Call 866 for Felco.
This famous wood fence from the show Home Improvement had to have boards replaced 13 times in only 9 years. Our fences outlast wood 3 to 1 and are all backed by our extensive lifetime warranty. This month, save $1,000 on your project. Visit the website or call the number for your new fence today.
The nation's top call for action team is going strong at News 3 Now. With nearly 400 cases closed and over $700,000 recovered. If you need help moving forward, call for action only on News 3 Now. You're watching News 3 Now at 6, moving forward.
Welcome back. The start of the new school year is just around the corner. That means it's time to start thinking about back-to-school shopping, and parents are preparing once again to spend big on supplies this year. National Retail Federation estimates families with children in elementary through high school plan to spend an average of $875 on school supplies, clothing, electronics. That's based on their annual survey. Meanwhile, the average college student is expected to spend more than $1,300 on items. So, what are some ways that families can save?
We know that discount stores have certainly carried a larger variety of school supplies, and as consumers are looking for value these days, that is another top destination for them.
And they say make sure you shop around for the best deals. Many big box retailers offer big discounts at the end of July. A critical shortage of blood culture vials used for diagnostic tests is threatening to disrupt patient care. The shortage affects vials that are used to help diagnose potentially deadly bloodstream infections like sepsis. 2 weeks ago, the FDA added the vials to its list of medical device shortages. According to the CDC, about half of all U.S. laboratories use a blood culture system that's only compatible with those vials. Experts say the shortage will affect hospitals the most, as the tests are often needed to respond quickly to serious conditions. The supply may not improve until September. Still more ahead on News 3 Now at 6. When we come back, we'll head back out live to the Capitol as the crowd gathers for tonight's Concerts on the Square, what the Wisconsin Chamber Orchestra CEO says you can expect tonight. And is any more rain heading our way this week? Meteorologist Savannah Brito with a complete forecast after a short break.
If you're about to replace your roof, stop.
There's a solution about 80% less expensive. 9 out of 10 roofs can be saved by RoofMax. Guaranteed to extend the life of your current roof by 5 to 15 years at a fraction of the cost of a new roof. RoofMax's deep penetrating power restores flexibility and water protection. Nobody wants to replace their roof. Restore it instead with RoofMax for 80% less. Call now for a free roof inspection.
Baraboo Furniture and Mattress is celebrating Wisconsin's hot summer months with a huge hot summer sale. Save from 20 to 60% off every item store-wide. Over $1 million of quality name brands on display in our beautiful new showroom, including Smith Brothers, Flex Steel, England, Ashley, Spring Air, Amish Furniture, and much more, all on sale. Get special free financing, all credit welcome. Hurry in today to the huge store-wide hot summer sale at Baraboo Furniture and Mattress, where your satisfaction is our guarantee.
Drive into summer with the rugged Honda Ridgeline, Passport, and Pilot. Summer is for exploring, so get outdoors, kick up some dust, get muddy, or just find that perfect campsite. All from Honda, the 2024 Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value brand. So act now to get an offer you'll love. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry into the Honda Summer event.
Our country has taken a beating the last few years, but I know we can turn it around. It'll take a lot of hard work like these athletes put in. We need to get serious about our spending that has caused prices to skyrocket. We need to fix our healthcare and address the shortage of affordable housing. Also, we must close our border, stop the flow of fentanyl, and put Americans first. I'm Eric Hovde. I approve this message. Let's get America winning gold again.
Update your floors with no interest for 12 months with Empire today. Getting new floors for your whole house has never been easier. That's no interest for 12 months on carpet, hardwood, tile, vinyl, and laminate, as many rooms as you want. With no interest for 12 months, you can enjoy the floors of your dreams today. Schedule your free in-home estimate at EmpireToday.com and enjoy no interest for 12 months.
800-588-2300 Empire.
Today. You're watching News 3 Now at 6. Moving forward.
And welcome back. Concerts on the Square is back in action tonight for another performance. Let's check back in with Chris and Kyrion, who are live tonight on the Capitol Square. Guys?
Hey there, Eric. It is a perfect night for concerts on the Square. Wouldn't you say, Kyrion? It just feels absolutely pristine out here.
Yes, it is beautiful. The crowd is really filling in right now.
Yeah, it is packed down here. So if you haven't gotten down here yet, I don't know if there's going to be any room left in the Capitol lawn for you by the time the concerts start at 7 o'clock. Let's bring in our guest from the Wisconsin Chamber Orchestra, Joe Lanus. Always good to see you, my friend. Good to see you, Chris. Very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. Beautiful night out here. I'm sure people are ready for tonight's performance. What can people expect tonight and for the rest of the season?
Tonight, well, we have another night of perfect weather, which is great. It's a really wonderful performance tonight. We have two really local spotlights. Our concertmaster, which has been with the orchestra for 30 years, I found out. Suzanne Baez, she's going to be playing a violin concerto. And then in the second half, we have a Canopy Dance from the Overture Center, a resident company of ours here locally. And we're going to do an amazing collaboration, what we get to do with all these local arts groups. So there's going to be a half hour of dance and really beautiful music.
How fast does the summer fly? We only have one more concerts on the Square left of the season after tonight. How would you sum it up so far?
Big success. We've had really big crowds. I've heard people have loved the programs. Andrew does such a nice job with giving us a little bit of everything each week. And I think it just really shows the strength of this community that so many people come down, show up, experience a great arts and cultural institution here in Madison. So I couldn't be happier, and we get to do this one more time next week.
Perfect. And so how can people get involved? How can they donate to WOC?
Well, it's very easy. We made it easy. It's cost us $1.1 million to put this on for our community. We love doing it, but we would love for people to invest back and give back in a small way. You can text concerts to 801-801 to become a friend of the Wisconsin Chamber Orchestra. $5 a month can help us keep this going year after year. So text concerts to 801-801.
All right. Joe, always good to talk to you. We'll see you a little bit later, okay?
Thanks, Chris. Appreciate it. Nice to meet you.
All right, this weather, again, I mean, we just got a little bit of sun. It's very comfortable out here, low humidity. I mean, it doesn't get much better than this.
It doesn't. It doesn't at all. I was like, I have my little ones running around out here. Hopefully you can't see them in the shop right now. But yeah, Milani and Harmony out here, but it's a beautiful night. I was like, yep, there's one. Okay.
I know, they're enjoying themselves.
Yes,
we
they are.
too.
They're having fun out here.
We literally couldn't have asked for a better evening as far as weather goes, and just glad we're out here on Concerts on the Square. I mean, all the people are starting to come out. We're excited to try some of the food.
I am. I'm hungry right now.
I know. I'm going to try some of the ice cream. I got to find one of the ice cream trucks over there. But yeah.
Nothing can go wrong with that.
Beautiful outside. We're looking at lower humidity levels. Those are actually decreasing a little bit, which is good. We're only at 57% for humidity levels. Temperatures are really comfortable. So are dew points. When you have dew points that are under that 60-degree mark, it's actually pretty comfortable outside. That we're seeing right now, that's going to continue. I think they'll climb a little bit overnight tonight into tomorrow as clouds build back up. But I do think we'll stick with partly cloudy conditions. 58's our dew point right now with our temperature falling to 64. Winds, note that they're calm to light, so not bad. It's not breezy out there. Really a perfect night if you are planning on coming out here. 74 in Madison, like I just said, but 75 in Belleville. A couple of other areas a little bit warmer than that, but we will see temperatures fall through the evening. We'll be down to 72, so the lower 70s as we head into 7 p.m. the next couple of hours. Those expecting to fall. If you're eastward, they're already falling to the lower 70s. 67 by 9, and then we'll see temperatures fall into the lower 60s as we approach about 11 p.m. to midnight. I do think we'll see them fall even more, though, into early tomorrow morning. We're probably looking at overnight lows in the upper 50s, so it is going to be kind of chilly for this time of year. I don't want to say chilly, but a couple degrees below average after our highs this afternoon only pretty much ranged from the mid to upper 70s, which also is a few degrees below average. Not tracking any showers, and clouds are continuing to move out of here. You can see if you look outside that it is mostly sunny now, which was anticipated. We had a lot of thick clouds this morning. Those all pretty much diminished across southern Wisconsin. Highs tomorrow, upper 70s, lower 80s for most. I think in Madison we're looking at right near the 80-degree mark. We'll see more sunshine tomorrow morning compared to what we had out there this morning anyways when clouds were pretty thick. Sunshine continues for Friday with temperatures back to near normal. Our average high late July is 82 degrees. Beyond that, though, Saturday, mid-80s. I think by Sunday, that's when shower chances are going to return for us across southern Wisconsin. It doesn't look like a washout right now. No severe weather or alert days in your forecast, but an isolated chance of showers and thunderstorms that'll return to the forecast by Sunday as the heat and humidity continue to build. We're looking at temperature highs in the upper 80s on Sunday and into early next week. I think that'll last through midweek. We'll see temperatures fall towards the end of next week and heading into next weekend, but that's kind of like an active pattern we're going to get into. I think our better chance right now, Eric, is looking at Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday.
All right, Savannah, go get some ice cream. Enjoy the show down there. And coming up, could the Brewers get the series win against the Cubs at Wrigley? The highlights from Chicago next in sports.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
TDS Fiber Internet makes our home smarter. Working, playing, living, learning. It's all better with TDS Fiber Internet because it's faster, more reliable. It's award-winning internet served up by friendly local folks. It's what keeps us connected. And isn't that what it's all about? Say hello to internet that hits different. Say hello to TDS.
I'm so happy. I just put this dress on that I haven't worn in over 10 years.
This summer, feel confident from head to toe with Sonobello Permanent Fat Removal and get summer body ready in just one visit.
I saw the results immediately. It's the best I have felt since I was in my 20s.
My waist is tiny. I'm very, very happy.
I'm nearly 50, y'all.
And my abs haven't been this flat since before I had kids.
For a limited time, take advantage of Sonobello's biggest sale of the year. Sonobello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells for good on your stomach, hips, and thighs, back, and so much more.
It will change your life. It did for me.
I can't wait till the summertime hit. Hot Mom Summer, here I come.
Call 1-800-905-6520 now or go to sonobello.com to claim special pricing.
Dad, are you certain this is gonna work?
Nothing to it.
Are you for imprint certain?
Certainty matters, like the certainty of 4imprint, your home for high-quality promotional gear, including exclusive items and brands they love. Printed perfectly and guaranteed to arrive on time. To wow your clients, nail your next event, or inspire your team, check out 4imprint.com.
4imprint for certain.
Make summer unforgettable with help from Menards. Whether you're soaking up the sun or relaxing indoors, we have what you need to get you ready for summer fun. From creating the perfect place to entertain family and friends to stocking up on your favorite summer essentials, Menards is your one-stop shop for your next summer adventure. Check out all the hot deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
Hey, it's only July, but the Brewers and Cubs are already done with their regular season series. And for the Brewers, nothing would be better than beating their rivals and former skipper Craig Counsell at their place in the season finale today. Top of the first, bases loaded for the Crew. Jackson Chourio lines one to center. Mike Tauchman can't make that diving catch, and that allows Joey Ortiz to score. Crew up 1-0. Cubs would even it up in the third. Seiya Suzuki with a souvenir to the Cubs fans. Cubs up 2-1, but then in the sixth, Bryce Terang's grounder gets through. Chourio comes in to score to tie the game up at 2. And then at the top of the ninth, William Contreras with the gapper into the IV. Blake Perkins comes all the way around to score from first. The Brewers take the lead for good. And they win 3-2 and take that 3-game series at Wrigley. The Winter Olympics will return to Salt Lake City after 32 years. Today, the city won its bid to host the 2034 Winter Olympics after a vote by the IOC. The city hosted the Winter Games, you might remember, back in 2002. Doesn't really seem that long ago, but Salt Lake plans to reuse all the facilities from those games. Organizers estimate the city will spend about $4 billion to host the games. Salt Lake City will be just the 4th city or region to host the Winter Games on 2 separate occasions. Meanwhile, Summer Olympics in Paris are underway despite the opening ceremony not taking place until Friday. Team USA's rugby team taking on host nation France. This is in the second half. USA trailing 12-7. They take the ball away from France, and Marcus Tupola goes in for to try to tie the game at 12. That would end up being the final score. Tupola there. The U.S. also lost to Fiji 38-12 later in the day. And some news on the games. Coco Gauff will join LeBron James in leading Team USA at the opening ceremonies on Friday. The world's #2 women's tennis star has been chosen as the female flag bearer. The 20-year-old Gauff is making her Olympic debut. Now, she was supposed to compete at the games in Tokyo back in 2020, but didn't after testing positive for COVID-19.